Hello and welcome back to Into the Breach. We're just about to wrap up Island number 2. Warning, Hive Leader. Drawn out by your offensive against the Vec, the Hive Leader is assaulting the corporate HQ. So, we know that it's a beetle. And we have to kill him. He's going to have a lot of hit points. I'm sure. We have to protect the corporate tower as well. So we want to get both of these bonus objectives. And I don't know. If we do get both these objectives, we'll have 5 corporate reputation to play around with. Which I was actually amazed that I even have any, because it was looking pretty bad there for a while. But 5 would be good, because I think we could buy another reactor core and then put it somewhere, I guess. Now, I think we wanted him to have 2 damage for this, which is fine. We need some serious core action. We just don't have a whole lot. I feel bad neglecting Ralph, but you know, it's tough. Reactor cores are tight, you know. One other thing that we want to make sure we keep in mind is that we have the kickoff boosters. So it's likely that I'm going to try to situate these 3 guys in relative close proximity, but I don't know. Let's check out the map and see what we have going for us. So there's the beetle leader. And for a change, we have kind of an open map here without important things in it. We're still cut off a little bit, but this is not that bad. Just having these 2 items here. These 2 tiles of water, rather. That's actually not bad. And if we position ourselves in a kind of a defensive stance, we might actually have some opportunities to push them into the water, which would be nice. A Vec monstrosity is assaulting our tower. We have to rely on you this final time to help us. Yes, you do. You have to rely on me. All right, let's get into it. Hey, we can put somebody in the water. It's not a good idea, but it's a thing that we can do, certainly. Okay, so if I did something like this, both of these guys would benefit from the kickoff boosters, correct? I mean, I'm assuming that... Does everyone have to have these equipped? Is he the only one that's going to get the +1 move? Or, I'm not sure. We'll find out, certainly, but... I don't see any reason not to do this. Just because we want them to come forward. This guy only has 2 hit points. That's amazing. This guy has only 6? Only 6. Alright. Hive Leader. These are the most powerful Vec. Immune to water. They can be more challenging to kill. And this guy does 18,000 damage. Charge and light every tile in the path on fire. Flaming abdomen. That doesn't sound good. Massive. He can walk in water, but water will prevent shooting. Well, if I can get him into... Well, I don't know. I guess it's going to depend largely on what he decides to do to start with. The problem we have here is... blocking him is going to be kind of not something we can really do. We could do it once with this guy and that's it. So we're going to need to make sure that we have the ability to move him around. Now, placing him here, assuming that he gets the +1 move, right, he'll have access to this entire back plane. So anywhere these guys move, I highly doubt we're going to need to go over here. But anywhere they move, we can position such that we have maximum coverage. And then we'll kind of see. Really, just, you know, I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to really get fancy here. This guy's got lots of move. This guy's got. He can go all the way up here. And the only thing. You know, I'd almost like to have him up a little bit, but at the same time, well, these guys both charge though. So they don't necessarily have to... Let's see, how far can you move? surely they'll move at least up here. Right? Maybe not. Hopefully not here, but... Because if the kickoff boosters don't work for him, like I said, I don't know how they work just yet. That could be a problem. But I think this is fine. Let's just give it a shot. Dad, look! Giant robots! Okay, well that's actually perfect. Oh man. That's a shame. Alright, so enemies emerge. I was kind of hoping, you know, we could block these guys, but that's not gonna work, is it? Man, you know what's gonna suck? When this guy charges, because I can't really stop him, right? I suppose I could try to bump him over here, and then would he just stop at the water, or no? Oh, he does have the extra move, right? They all do. Man, he's got tons of move. Holy cow. He also does 2 damage now, right? Oh, man. Perfect. So I can have him actually kill this guy. The fire across all these tiles is going to kind of suck. But... I don't want to do this. I mean, as long as we pass through the fire, we're not really affected by it, but... Let's see, you have 2 damage. How do I want to utilize that damage? Can you go here? You can. So we could kill him. And then move this guy over here and kill him. That spreads me out a lot. And then this guy doesn't take any damage. Well, the other thing we could do is... And getting a direct hit on him is going to be difficult. And I thought this was going to be an easy turn. Now, the other thing we could potentially do... We either block this guy. He only does 1 damage, right? Yeah. And he moves. He'll punch this, or he'll ram this guy back a space. The other thing we could do is move him over here, have him kill this guy, and bump this guy over here, and see if that helps us in any way. Right, so that would kill him. This guy would be over here. And he would be over here. And this guy could come down potentially here. I think he could actually, right? Yeah, he could definitely go here. And then shoot this guy, which would do 2 damage, and then 3 damage. So he would take, he'd have 4 damage at that point. This guy would have 3. This guy could come down and punch him, but it won't be enough to kill him. And then he would take damage from this and this, so he'd be down to 3 hit points. we could finish him off the next turn. We could definitely finish this guy off the next turn. And then we'd only have one guy to deal with. We would want to kill this guy the next turn, and this guy. And then we would only have this, whatever this happens to be, to deal with. Do I want to have him take 2 damage, though, is the question. Really wish I could do more damage on this guy, but I just don't see it happening. Let's see. So this guy's gonna go first. If he goes through the water on his charge, that's gonna be a problem. Because he'll end up all the way over here. Alright, man, I don't know. I think this is the better move here. Like, we could move this guy and have him kill him, right? And then ignore this guy. And we could kill both of these guys and leave him up. But then, you know, that would be a problem, I think. Because we could artillery this guy and then move this guy up to punch him so that we would still block this, kill this guy, then he would go over here and kill this guy. And that would leave him alive at full health and probably all the way over frickin' here. And then we would have the one guy to deal with here, and then of course him at full health, which I don't like. I mean, yeah, we would avoid taking damage, but we do have the ability to heal and repair if necessary, even though that's definitely not going to be ideal. And he'll still have 3 hit points, so it might actually not be a problem. Alright, so if we move him here, kill this guy, he'll go over here and take... No, he won't. Yes, he will. He'll be over here. He won't take any damage from that. I don't know why I was thinking he would take damage from that. He will not take any damage from that. And then he'll come down here and shoot him, which will... So he'll be down to 3 health, not 2. Still, that's doable, right? We could... And this guy will have 2 hit points. So 2 hit points, 3 hit points, and then whatever this guy pops up. That would kill him. Shoot. I was trying to think of a fancy way to get this guy in front of him, but he'd just be dead. Because he only has 2 hit points. So that's a no-go. This guy can't move up here, unfortunately. It's just not enough. It's a lot of move, but it's not enough move. These guys really played conservatively. Much to my chagrin. And he can't get over here. No, there's no way. I think that this is the best play here. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But we'll kill him, move him over here, then this guy can come up and shoot him, as I've said, and then we can punch this guy. I'd like to punch him from over here. That would be amazing. That would just be fantastic. But he just doesn't have the moves. And that was what I was kind of afraid of. But if I had arrayed them around here, I think that would have been a better choice given this setup. But, I mean, it's really hard to tell, you know? You can never tell. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot else I can do. Now, we do have smoke still, so we have some utility. But let's go ahead and try this out. I'm going back to taking like 15 minutes for first turn, but he will go through, so that sucks. Oh, that was a smoke tile. Didn't realize that. Interesting. You know, if I don't think that would have changed anything, but nah, that wouldn't have. Because the only way I could have gotten him to be in the smoke tile is if I would have artilleried him, and then that would have meant that the rest of my plan here would not have worked. So, alright, I think that's good. Yep, he sure did go there. Oh no, I forgot that knocks you. I didn't forget, but I forgot because I'm dumb. Okay, this actually isn't bad. This guy being out it's not a problem. It's absolutely not a problem. And this guy here, like, this is almost perfect. It's not almost perfect, it is perfect. So we're in really good shape here. We're in extremely good shape. We do need to move this guy, right? We can kill a lot of stuff. We can kill a lot of stuff. I'm actually... I feel dumb. I keep forgetting that their charge attack moves you. I gotta remember that. But this is actually not bad. So let's move him... Let's not move him at all, actually. Let's move this guy. So what I'm thinking of here... This one should be pretty easy, right? Just wondering if there's any way... we don't really need to. So we want to keep him alive, right? Because what's going to happen is he's going to just destroy this guy, which is fine. And when I say keep him alive, I mean I don't want to keep him alive, but I have an opportunity to kill all three of these guys. And then the next turn, we can actually finish him off, depending on what pops up here. So, let's just see what happens. Yeah, these guys are all dead, so it doesn't matter. So what'll happen is... The question is, where do I want to move him? Do I want him, like, here? Or over here? I don't think it matters. I just want him to be in position so that he can, you know... Actually, I could put him here, right? And then we would get the kickoff booster, so he'd have that extra move. And then what we do is we kind of just destroy... Just shoot him. In fact, he could take this turn to repair, right? And it's all coming together. We'll just kill this guy straight up. He'll do his explodey bits, and that's fine. Yep. And this guy's just gonna shoot this guy and get the XP. And this guy's gonna go all the way, and he'll stop here, which is actually good. He'll be in line for this guy, and then these guys will be right here. Okay, alright. I think we're good. I think we're good. Does anybody else have it? Oh yeah, that's right. Go ahead and repair. You. There we go. Alright. Looking good. Looking good. Oh, do they randomly split? Oh, he's on fire. What does that mean? Units on fire take 1 damage at the start of every turn. And he's an alpha scarab. So I just need to do 3 damage to him. Oh, this guy's just gonna go crazy. Wow, look at all the carnage he would cause. If he got that move off. This guy is just... Beetle? Like just a regular beetle? Yeah, fire damage happens first, so... Alright, let's see if we can... Let's see if we can finagle... This guy has 4 hit points, so that's kind of a problem. It's a problem because... I need him to kill this guy. Like, he needs to die. Unfortunately, I can't get him out of the way, because what I want to do is I want to push this guy out. But that's not going to work, is it? This guy's probably just going to shoot this guy into the water, right? It'll put him out. I'd be doing him a favor, so... So that's good. Now I'm wondering if we do something like this. Or we use him... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I move him here... I can still attack this guy. Okay. And I can punch this guy over here. Now, the thing is, right, we could do the risky gambit that we did last time and leave him here, punch him into this mech. He'll take 3 damage from that, and then he'll die at the beginning of the next turn, right? And then we have 2 more guys popping up, but everybody will be dead. I almost feel like that might not be a bad thing, because we'll get the XP for that. Or I could just avoid damage on him. I don't think that there's any chance of him dying. So do I do that? I know Rain is probably thinking to himself, what are you doing? I like the move where I don't get hit by a giant flaming bug. I know you do, man. Listen, I know you do, but we need XP, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Even though it seems silly. We still have our reset, too, so... And we still have smoke, so it's like, you know, I mean, come on. We've got so much. Teach it to attack a water-dominated planet. Yes, this is certainly not a water-dominated planet. It's a ill-timed quip there, my friend, but, you know, you get an A for effort. Alright, so this guy's gonna die a horrible death. Unless we do something about that. So let's do something about that. 6 XP. Excellent. Man, that's amazing. Alright. Punch. It's gonna do the 1 damage. There's no other external factors here. So we don't have to worry. Yes, I know you sustained critical damage. You took 1 damage. It's not my fault you have 2 hit points. Well, it kind of is, but... Oh no. Oh no, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I'm gonna have to reset. I forgot why I needed to push him over so that he wouldn't actually bombard this. I have to do this. I can't lose another grid. Grid power. Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's make sure that we do this correctly this time. So he's gonna be there. I still kind of... No, we can't do it. It was a good idea, but... Actually, you know what? I didn't pay attention. The fire damage happens first. Oh well. We'll just pretend like we didn't need the reset anyways. I mean, we certainly don't, but... We certainly don't. Oh well. It's fine. It's just a little bit of XP. There we go. I could have played that better, but I did not, sadly. All right. Wait a minute. He's the one with the boosters. I thought they had to be around him. Mechs gain +1 move if they start their turn adjacent to each other. That's nuts. Like all mechs, no matter where they are. That's really good. I approve. All right, let's focus here. What are we doing? He's gonna take damage and die if I deal out 2 damage, which I think will not be a problem. This guy is dead at the beginning of next turn, so we don't have to worry about him. Instead, we could just straight up kill this guy with him. I think that's what we're probably gonna do. And then he'll just shoot this guy, and then he'll die the next turn. This guy just won't do anything. So he'll be dead. He'll die at the beginning of next turn. This guy's gonna die before he can get anything off. I think we're good. All right. He's not gonna go anywhere anyways. And we really just don't want him to go anywhere because he's not gonna get, we don't want him to get any XP. Now, when these guys die, I think it randomly assigns the XP, and it could go to him, but it also could go to these guys. So let's just see how this plays out. I know. He's dead. Yeah, see? There, that's exactly what I wanted. And we killed everything. We actually managed to kill everything. That was excellent. Yes! I must admit that it was an impressive performance. We will rest easier, knowing that Vec monstrosity no longer infests our island. Yeah, you have to admit that that was impressive. It could have been better, though. Well, we did get the 2 stars, so that's good. Oh boy, well, I feel good about that because, you know, this was a rough island. We had a really rough start. I mean, look at this. This is just terrible. But we managed to pull it back and get a level head back on our shoulders. So I'm pretty excited about this one. Now, we have 5 corporate reputation, so let's go ahead and take care of this before moving on to the next island. We can donate some things. I almost feel like donating the repair drop because I haven't had to use it yet, although I say that. And yet, one of my most fondest strategies is having my mechs get smashed in the face. Any class weapon boosters. Jump forward and push adjacent tiles away. Wow, that seems really good. Heavy rockets. Oh, that does so much damage. It requires... You can only use it once, and it requires 1 power. Ouch. Ouch. Electric whip. 2 power, but man, that is so good. +1 damage? You need so much power for this. How am I supposed to get power cores for this? Smoke bombs fly over the targets while dropping smoke. That seems weird, but okay. Only costs 1. I need to buy this reactor core. Like, I need to. I'm not doing this. We'll get grid power in the next island, hopefully. That leaves me with 2. Oh, man. I mean, I do like this, but I also like this. Although it's pretty rare for enemies to... Like that little formation there where they're all standing next to each other. That never happens. I mean, and it requires 2 power, so that's pretty much out of the question. This one's free, so it's the most enticing to me. But alright, well, let's buy this first. And I really want to... Oh man, this seems really good. Because we could put this on, say, well, the tank, obviously. But we could also put this on Ralph and swap out the repair drop. Maybe just sell the repair drop. I don't really feel good about it, but we could do that, and then brute class weapon, prime. Oh, you know what? I think I can only put this on him, so I would have to either swap this out for it. This actually might not be a bad idea. +1 damage, +1 damage, +1 use, +2 damage. It would no longer push guys back directly, but it would have an indirect push effect. Would that give me more options or less options? Yeah, so we would have to use it on that tank. It'd be cool if I could put it on Ralph, but I don't think that's how it works. This one's really tempting me. Any class weapon, prime, so yeah, it has to be Ralph needs to use it. Okay, so I get it now. I understand. So it does 2 damage by default, but it requires more power. I don't think I want to do it. I mean, I do, but at the same time, I don't know where I'm gonna put that core. I think I'm gonna try this. Let's do it. Alright, let's not leave the island just yet. We have 1 core. We could technically have both of these, but that would be difficult to pull off. So he has 3 cores. What does that mean for this guy? Like, what if I put this in here? I can power this up, add 1 use to it. Wow, that seems really good. This is actually really bad, though, because I could shoot twice and then not have any moves for the rest of the game. That's gonna be a problem. So what if we go back to doing 1 damage on this and having the heavy rocket with 2 uses? Let's see how that feels. And then we could give him the smoke bomb. We still have a core. That's not enough to do anything with him though, which really sucks. How about this guy? What do we want to give the core to? I kind of like having extra health on these guys, and with the kickoff boosters, the movement is slightly less of an issue, so I would definitely prioritize health until a certain point where we can actually start getting, you know, extra damage. I really feel like I need to put this on him. It's tough because I don't want to scatter my cores too much, but at the same time, if he gets to be if he falls too far behind here, like, I'm never going to be able to use the dash move if I don't actually, like, install cores on him. And then what we can do here is we can give him the +1 move. I think 5 health is enough. We could give him the extra move, which will really help out. And then we'll try this out. This will only do 1 damage, but I think this will more than make up for that, especially since we can use it twice. So let's do that. And then we've got this, which we can sell, but it's not really going to do us a whole lot of good. And I think maybe I'll hang on to it. Let's just see here. Why would you ever sell pilots? Can you, like, rescue pilots? Is that a thing that can happen? The only thing we can buy if we sold this is the smoke bombs or the grid power, which I'm not buying grid power. And I just don't see this. Like, we're fully kitted out right now, and I like what we have, so I think we're gonna leave it at that. All right, well, a little bit longer on this episode as we wrap up the last island and spend all of our hard-earned reputation. I'm very happy with this last, not completely happy. I I still think that I missed out on maybe focusing the XP. Actually, no, I didn't. I think this was the right call. Originally, I thought that you know, my first move was the best, but in retrospect, I think that the way that it panned out was actually the better option. But anyways, that's it for Island 2. Stay tuned for Island 3. We'll see what fresh hell awaits us. Thanks so much for watching, and join me next time.